Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I found an amazing article for you guys today regarding ChatGPT. It kind of goes into a deep dive on everything that has been going on from the beginning until now. And it is kind of crazy. It focuses towards the end of the article about disinformation. And, when you start mixing some of these different AI components together, you can create significant damage. Now, we already know that it's going to revolutionize the workforce basically overnight, as this thing basically is going to consolidate jobs, if anything. Just as it is, it could most likely consolidate jobs. And, but I think one of the biggest problems is, what could happen in the future when, we have to understand that if this is what they're showing us, although this is new and they make it seem like they just came out with this, that there's other companies in the background, with even better technology. And that if this is where we are right now, you could only imagine what is going to happen to the future. So if you scroll down to this, okay, so generative AI is what we're talking about. Basically, it's called Gen AI, and it's the practice of using machine learning algorithms to produce novel content. Okay, it is the practice of using machine learning algorithms to produce novel content. What does that mean? Basically, I could go into ChatGPT and say, write me a poem about a boy meets girl and they fall in love, and it's going to write me a poem. It's going to be really, really good. And you could have now, there's the program from Google that it creates music. So now you have situations where you go say, hey, make me a song that sounds like Bob Marley. And right there, it's done. Now, another scary part is, how they're doing like the images, like the Mid-Journey thing. Now, we all think it's really awesome and we're all playing with it. But you could see how that technology is only going to advance, and especially it's going to advance into video. Now we have machine learning that could literally copy people's voices. So the fear is that there's going to be a lot of deep fakes out there, and I think definitely that technology is there right now to do it. But could you imagine in the next 5 years when the technology is just evolving on top of itself, and now what we think it's outstanding and amazing today, in 5 years is going to be like old news, right? And that's sort of what's happening, because now with this machine learning, it could compute so much faster than humans can. And I know this has been happening for a while, but I think that, at least in the last 10 years, 15 years, it has definitely gone to the next level. And you could only imagine, some companies with massive amounts of hardware are just creating these programs, and it's kind of interesting. So now what people are doing is using, for example, ChatGPT to create spam marketing campaigns, to create malware like viruses for your computer. So you could see this whole thing is evolving, and sure, people like you and me will use it, for work or for fun, or for school to help us. But now you have people, basically doing it for bad purposes, and it is kind of scary, because this is only literally the beginning. And we have robotics on the other side, just doing leaps and bounds with robots. Once all these things start coming together, we are going to be in a very different world, and I think we're there pretty quickly right now. Unfortunately, this article says how, it talks about going to college, what's going to happen, how is schools going to change? It's going to have to change quite a lot, because, when the information is right there in front of you, all you have to do is type it in. I definitely believe the education system needs to be reinvented, honestly, because we're in our lifetime. Anybody that's watching this video, unless you're really old, you might see robots really taking a lot of jobs out there, like we have the whole self-driving mechanism. You could see automation happen, like to imagine garbage trucks, right? You could have a robot that goes in and does it, or whatever. We're almost there. We're literally there. Any day you could wake up and say, hey, new company releases the automated garbage truck, right? So, so you think, well, believe it or not, garbage trucks, garbage employees, that's a decent living. Like you can make a decent living. These are all jobs that we could do, but you can go across the board. I know it's happening in the food industry. I think McDonald's launched its first like automated McDonald's, which is super weird. But remember, people go to work there. So what? So governments are thinking like, hey, we're gonna have to come in here. Like over here says, whether by Congress or the industry itself, in its response to the pressure. So basically, here, let me read this whole sentence. ChatGPT's shared reality shredding fangs will eventually be capped. Nonical is confident whether by Congress or the industry itself in response to public pressure. I actually think that there is bipartisan support for this, which is interesting in the AI space and in data privacy protection. We tend to be bipartisan. We tend to have bipartisan support. I agree that at one point the government's going to have to step in and kind of figure things out a little bit. But the problem is that the cat is out of the bag. The technology is out there, and it's only going to get better. So you look at how slow Congress moves in every world, in every country, right? These are things that take a long time. Now you're asking them to basically make laws on the current state of the technology, but the technology is changing every day. It's getting better. Every aspect of our lives are becoming changed by this new technology. So I find it hard to believe that that Congress is going to be able to put the reins on it or to bring it in, just because it's going to be very hard, because it's just going to change. It's going to they're going to change one aspect of it, which is going to suddenly not be part of the law that they pass or whatever. They're going to find loopholes. It's just that the technology is too great, and unfortunately it does things better and easier and cheaper than humans, right? So we are now working basically for the AI in some ways. I'm going to talk a little bit about where I think this is going, and where the world is going to be like in 40, 50 years and 100 years. It's I just don't see. I mean, it could really go many different directions. A lot of people say AI is a tool. It's like a hammer. It doesn't do anything on its own. But you know what? When the hammer is smarter than you, right? When the hammer can compute faster than you, then at that moment, that's how you have to kind of look at it. And that's how I look at it, right? Like right now, the hammer in my garage is sitting there doing nothing. But like this stuff is actually doing something, right? I understand that the idea is that it doesn't work until you ask it to work, just like a hammer. Like you go in and you use the hammer, so the hammer is sitting there but there's something different about this. There's something different about the AI, and I'm going to keep doing research, but it's just it's mind-boggling just how amazing computers have gotten, and how smart they are. And I encourage all of you guys to go and Google ChatGPT and sign up, download it. Not download it. You just basically make an account, and it prompts you to another webpage, and use it. Check it out, because it is insane. It is really, really crazy. Now, I hope you guys like these videos. I decided to start this channel talking about GPT and ChatGPT and AI in general, because I think that it's kind of crazy, right? It's look how it ends. Somebody is going to use this to do terrible things. All right. So that's scary. So I'm going to try to, comb the internet for the best, most reliable articles and bring them to you, to keep you guys, informed with everything that's happening in this industry. It's just so crazy. Okay, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. Now, if you guys do like these videos, please don't forget to smash that subscribe button and go ahead and like and leave a comment. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video.